All right, everybody. Thank you for joining us on our Tri-State Trends podcast. I got my girl, Jeanine Barlettano of FFL Squadron. Her and her rock star husband are crushing it, and I'm excited to have you on our podcast, Jeanine. How are you?
I'm good. I'm excited to be here, definitely.
I love it. You guys don't know anything but how to go, speed.
Yeah.
You really have a selfless servant's heart with the way you handle your agents, the sacrifices that you make, the time over and above, which is a true love that you have for the industry, the business, and your agents. I love to watch that. But how long have you been in the industry, and what have you found in your coming to Family First life that's been game changing?
So I've been doing life insurance since actually June. June will be 4 years. Prior to that, I was in the beauty industry. So I transitioned, had no idea what I was doing in life insurance. I taught myself, had a great support system when I came over. Mike was with me at that time. So as you can see, we've done very well in the short period of time. Transitioning over to FFL, I've been given every opportunity I can to succeed. If it's from scripts to mentorship to everyone at Tri-State, particularly the leads, it I have if I'm asked if I want something, all I have to do is ask and it's given to me.
How does that feel?
It feels amazing. I've been working forever, and in my old where I was before, everything was hush hush. It doesn't matter where it's at. It's such a breath of fresh air to not, with Tri-State, but with every other FFL agency that's out there. Everyone wants to help you. Everyone wants to succeed. All you have to do is ask, and everything is given to you.
That's crazy.
So,
yeah, it's an amazing culture we have here, and why, so many people join us. I mean, because it's made life a lot easier for you guys, which makes life a lot easier for your agents. Like, at the end of the day, we're still in the people business, and we're trying to make processes and things easier and better for the people we serve, which is the agents and the clients. So, when you say everything that I ask for is given to me, when we look at the array of products, when we look at the embracing of a true telesale and the ability to kind of work how you want to work, like for real, when you think about that and you think about what that has done for your agency, what are some things that come to mind?
Already coming from someplace else to doing this, I just had to learn the new process, how it's done. Phone scripts really is going to be the basis and the backbone of everything. Not so much carriers, because they all sell the same thing. You just need to know which ones you're going to go with.
Right.
You just have to be comfortable with what you're doing, and you have to be comfortable with finding one script or taking a bunch of scripts and making it yours. And being able to do that has, once you figure that out, then everything else is just streamlined, because you have to figure out the process on how you're going to handle and tackle. And once you find out what works for you, you have to just continue implementing it. The people that continue implementing it every single day and ask for help. Hey, I've been doing this. It's not working. What can I do to make myself better? Are the people that are successful and just blow up in weeks. They figure out their stride and they just blow up in weeks.
That's crazy.
You know what I'm talking about.
Yeah, I love the way you said that. And now think about the introduction of leads and the lead options that you now have. I mean, it's an endless, and we, as we're trying to get, when I think about you and Mike and trying to help you understand what we had over here, like, now you see it, right? So now the good news is I didn't lie once.
No, you didn't.
Right? But now I want you to explain it, because there's people out there that maybe don't understand what a multiplicity of leads looks like, or what having infinite, what feels like infinite vendors at your fingertips and agents to trade notes with on different vendors. Talk to us a little bit about how that's impacted your team.
Funny part is, I was a hard sale when I first met you. You remember that? I told you, I said you need to sell me, not him.
Totally remember that.
And I was open to the opportunity. And when I came here, I was directed in, focus on this type of lead first. And that's what I did. I focused on the one lead first because I had a higher intent, but also supplements with the other leads. And that's what I focused on to begin with. And then once I was able to get my stride, I brought in other vendors, ones that could complement and supplement what I'm doing. So being able to diverse myself in live transfers, other vendors as well that have they all have high intent, right? You know what you're walking into when you come to a lead,
right?
And it's all going to be the same. It's just how you execute it, and you just keep going on and just keep doing what you're doing. It's the only way you're going to be successful. But yeah, there's an abundance amount of leads. Try new vendors. Right. And it's not because one vendor isn't working, but you want to be able to consistently be able to sell and protect families where one vendor may not work anymore and you're going to need. So instead of, saying, oh no, I'm in a slump, I got to find another vendor, you're already being proactive in it. Right. Just like being proactive on the phone with your rebuttals, you got to be proactive with your vendors and your leads coming in.
No doubt. When you think about telesales,
I love it. I love it. I am a full-time mom. I'm a full-time wife. I run a business, and I am able to stab my son with an iPad in his bedroom or here with me in the office and still work.
That's amazing.
Because it's just right there on the phone.
That's awesome. And it's different than like a Zoom sale even, right? Like tell me what would be the big difference between, in your opinion, it's all virtual, but a telesale versus a Zoom sale?
A telesale, I have them right then and there, right? I'm grabbing them. I'm telling them I'm reminding them that they requested something to benefit their family. Then I'm going to say, okay, well, while I have you on the phone, let's just get this over and done with. So this way you don't have to worry about other phone calls or me continuously calling you. Let's get it over and done with. Whereas doing this virtually and having them be on Zoom, you're running the chance of failure because everyone has a life. People forget. So people are going to forget that they have a Zoom appointment with you because it's not important for them. So get it done now. This way I can stop bothering you.
Right.
You don't have to hear me ever again unless you need to talk to me. And then we can make sure your family's protected today because we don't know what's going to happen in a couple of minutes tonight or even tomorrow.
No doubt. And, when I think about, your role in the FFL Squadron, you're heavily involved in the operations and the training and onboarding of agents. Like, that's your passion. And the way you and Mike run it, it's great. You guys both work in your passion. He loves the recruiting, kind of dealing with the higher producers. You're in the weeds with the people that are coming in and trying to get rolling. Can you talk to us about your mindset behind onboarding and some of the strategies that you use to ensure agents are successful? Because you guys have a lot of new agents coming on and writing business, not just getting contracted and saying, I'm here. No, people that actually write and issue business and get paid. Can you talk about that?
Yeah. So the first thing that we wanted to do was my mindset once I got up and running and figured out what the process was going to do, because we went from one company to another, right? So I'm all about processes. That's my background. I was able to make sure that our assistants were able to transition and worry about that. Then what I wanted to do was focus on the recruiting. I wanted to make sure Mike and I's goal is to, be integrity partners. We don't want to do it in 2 years. We want to do it faster than that.
I love it.
But I also told him, you're going to be, and I'm going to be. It's not going to be together as one. I want my own deal.
Love it.
So in order to do that, I needed to figure out how I can blow up now and not later. my main focus in recruiting was to educate other agents in the industry of what the opportunity was here of being non-captive or even from a different IMO, the endless possibilities that they had here. Once they came on board, all I have to do is train them on the systems, get them comfortable in educating families on the differences of the life insurance, more of education, asking questions. Then they read from a script. They educate families, they read from a script. And in the last 2 months, I have 12 writing agents right now, actively writing agents every single week.
Wow.
And since I focused on allowing my agents that have been doing it and that were not successful prior, now they're being able to be successful. They see me fail. They see me fail every single day.
Mhm.
I want them to see me getting yelled at. I want them to see me fail.
That was weird.
Right? I know. I want them to see. But here's the thing is I want them to see the failures with me because I see this as two ways. One, it's a teaching experience after I get off the phone because once they see me in a call, they stop what they're doing to hear what I have to say and how I'm approaching things. So that's how they're learning. Then if I close it or I don't, I'm able to ask questions as in what could I have done better? What questions do you have in what I did? And then if I failed, it's what I did wrong, but how I'm able to, even though it wasn't a nice conversation, they need to see how I'm able to just move on to the next. Because if I'm negative and I take that to heart, then they're going to.
Mm-hmm.
So it's just keep going, keep going. It's funny. People yell at me. People want to say whatever. I laugh.
Right.
I laugh. I go on to the next one.
Right.
I think it's funny.
Right. And that's important, right? Because you're modeling, you're leading,
Yep.
you're trying to help people understand. This happens to everybody, and by the way, the more this happens to you, the more successful you are.
Yep.
Like, isn't that true? And a crazy, these things run alongside each other. More rejection, more success. Like,
Yeah.
break that down, Jeanine. How if a new agent was listening to you say that, how would you describe that?
We're all going to fail, right? We're all going to have this hump. So it's the valleys. It's we're all going to be in the valley in the beginning because we're trying to figure out where we're going to be, what we're going to do, how we're going to say things. We're getting comfortable, right? We're figuring out our process that's going to allow us to be successful. So once we're in that valley, it's all about mindset and just saying one more day, one more day, one more day. And then it just goes up from there. In a slump, 2 weeks. 2 weeks. I have to get up every single day and just show everyone that I may not have a sale in a week, but I'm still going to do it. And at the end of the day, it's my fault.
All right.
It's all my fault. I have to hold myself accountable and I just continue on doing what I'm doing. And they just have to get out of that valley of disappointment because they're learning.
Right.
They're learning. It's an ebbs and flow.
Mm-hmm.
That's all it is ebbs and flow. And it's going to be cyclical and we just have to get through it.
No doubt.
Mm-hmm.
When you're doing, some of the efforts that you're doing on social media, can you talk about some of the things you focus on from a recruiting standpoint using social media?
So what I'm doing is I'm making sure that I am active on all platforms. If it's LinkedIn, Facebook, Instagram, when I am posting my successes of myself as well as my agents, my team. I should say my team. It doesn't matter if they're directly to me or on Mike's side of the board, wherever it is, I am going to show the wins. So if it's in my story, if I'm acknowledging somebody, I'm always going to be reposting. I'm always going to be reposting stories. I'm always going to be active because people need to see it. People need to see that we're winning. Because we're always winning.
Huh.
We just don't make it known all the time.
Right.
And I'm not bragging.
Right. Right. You're informing. And by the way, celebrating other people's success is a huge form of winning. Everyone's winning when that takes place. The agent's excited, they're being recognized. Your friends and family and close friends are watching. You're excited because you have an agent that's is becoming successful. Like, there's a beautiful business we're in, Jeanine. Beautiful. I'm proud of you for what you're doing, the way you're leading. It's going to pop. It's already popping, but it's going to continue to pop. What is your goal by year end on how many agents are running through your group?
Ooh, year end, I probably, for me personally and my team, last month we were at 62. So that was, I want to say, our second full month, really with a team of 20. Next couple of months, 2 months of really writing business with a full team. I was able to get sales manager. The next goal, hopefully this month, is logo, if not next month.
Love it.
But Mike has to get his logo first. Yeah, that's already there. So goal is to have at least 100 writing agents doing 1,000 families a month.
That's so strong. I mean, think about that. Wow. I mean, that's maybe 20xing or what you were doing prior. And you know what the best part about that is the confidence that you have that can be done. Mm-hmm. There's nothing worse than this amazing business feeling like you're running through a maze where you can't get out, mm-hmm. when all you want to do is see the light of day. And now you sound so confident about your ability to see the light of day. Let's close with this. That transition in your mind, mentally, what has that done for you, your family, and your agency?
Mentally, being able to just blossom instead of being the worm or whatever, being in the cocoon, you were able to become that butterfly. Be able to become that butterfly and spread my wings. It makes me get up every single morning, open the room at 8 a.m. and be with my agents until midnight.
Wow.
And even though I have my son, just being here helping. And that's all that, because I want to make sure that my team is successful. Mm-hmm.
That's fantastic.
It's great. I love it.
Well, we're definitely trending here with my girl, Jeanine. You are amazing. I'm so excited about what you got going on, your success, and what's happening now and what's going to continue to happen throughout 2023 and beyond. So thank you for joining me on our Tri-State Trends podcast. I appreciate you.
Thank you.
God bless, people. We love you. Let's go. Thanks, Jeanine. God bless.